Hi everyone, I'm feeling energized this morning. I feel like I've already achieved something today. It's still only early. I've done 2 loads of washing, hung that out, done the kids' lunches, sent them off to school, emptied the dishwasher, done a workout. Life is good today. The sun is shining, so I thought, why not lock yourself in a dark room and apply some makeup? I need no more excuses. We are going to be doing a full face of cruelty-free makeup today, and I'm really excited, so let's get straight on with it. If you're new here, hi, my name's Gemma. I upload new content on YouTube every single week, and I would absolutely love it if at some point in this video you're finding it helpful or entertaining. Please consider clicking on that like button, the subscribe button, and also the notification bell. So everything I'm going to be using in this video, the makeup, the brushes that I'm going to be using to apply the makeup, everything is going to be cruelty-free. So we're going to get on with the eye makeup first. I've been reaching for my Natasha Denona My Dream palette a lot recently, so I'm going to be using this again. To prime my eyelids, I'm going to be using the Beauty Bay Eye Base. This is a really nice product. It's also affordable. This is certified through Cruelty Free Kitty and also PETA. All of the Beauty Bay products are cruelty free. Not all the ones they sell on the website, but all of their own brand products are cruelty free. This also has a really nice applicator, not too big, not too small. And the shade that I have is number 2. The brush that I'm going to be using to buff this in place is the BK Beauty collaboration with Angie Hot and Flashy. This is the A505 brush. And I'm just going to pat that where I want it and just blend it all the way up to the brow. Then I'm going to take my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Pound Cake. Huda Beauty are certified by Cruelty Free Kitty and also Ethical Elephant. Take my BK Beauty brush. By the way, BK Beauty only use vegan synthetic fibres. This is the brush A505. It's the kitten paw brush and I absolutely adore it. And I'm just gonna pat that on top of the Beauty Bay Eye Base. So I'm gonna use the A503 brush from BK Beauty, dip into Nurture, and just go on that outside edge and just circular movements just to blend that out. And I'm just blurring it all the way up to the brow bone. Then I'm gonna take the A502 brush, dip into the same shade and just concentrate on that inner corner. Then I'm gonna go in with my finger into the shade Invention, which is the most beautiful shade. I just absolutely love it. And I'm gonna pop that right in the center and blend upwards. Now my neighbor's dog is barking. Perfect. So I'm even going to go above the crease slightly with that shade. Then just to create a little bit more light, I'm going to go into the shade Spontaneous and just apply that right at the base. And then right at the end, again, a little bit of powder on a fluffy brush and just go round those edges. Let's move on to base, and apologies if you can not only hear the dog barking outside, which is incredibly annoying, but if you can hear my stomach growling, I apologise. In hindsight, I probably should have eaten something before I sat down to film, but it is what it is now. We're gonna roll through. Pretend you didn't hear that. Did you hear that? Oh my goodness, it was so loud. I have a couple of new base products to try out in this video today. Both of them are from Iconic London. I've got the Underglow Blurring Primer and the Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint. Iconic London has been certified as cruelty-free through PETA, but there is some hesitation with Cruelty Free Kitty on whether they want to certify them or not. Apparently they haven't provided any information whatsoever, so take that as you will. I just wanted to be completely transparent. Some people say it's cruelty-free, other people say there isn't evidence to suggest that they are cruelty-free, but Iconic London say that they are 100% cruelty-free. So we're going to use them in this video today. I'm going to go straight in with the Underglow Blurring Primer, and the one thing I will say with this is less is more. This does spread a long way. So I'm going to apply a little bit to my skin. This makes your skin feel amazing. This definitely is smoothing for the surface of your skin. It creates the most beautiful canvas for your makeup to sit on top of. But like I said, it does spread a long way. So before I go into the skin tint, there are a couple of things that I want to do. You may not have to do this if you don't have under eye circles, if you don't have imperfections on your skin. Lucky you, you can skip this step. But I like to go in with a colour corrector underneath my eyes. Today I'm going to go in with the Revolution Conceal and Correct. This is such a good product. I know a lot of people really struggle to get this shade. There's a lot of talk to say that this has been discontinued because this shade has been out of stock for such a long time. I'm not quite sure it has been discontinued because it's such a popular shade. You can still get it in the UK, but I haven't actually approached Revolution and asked them. Maybe I ought to do that. This is such a great product. This is in the shade Peach and it is certified by PETA, Cruelty Free Kitty and Ethical Elephant. I like to just pop this on the deepest pigmentation underneath my eyes and then blend it out with a brush. So I'm just going to pat that in place, and as you can see, although I have discoloration all the way up here, my concealer will cover that area. So I'm just going to pat this over the area that my concealer really struggles to conceal. This is the area of discoloration that pokes through my concealer, so I'm just giving it a bit of a helping hand. Then I'm going to take a little bit of my Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer in the shade 2.1 Meringue and just spot conceal those pesky imperfections. So because I'm going to be using the Iconic London Blurring Skin Tint today, and that skin tint is a skin tint, so it's going to be sheer to light coverage, I've decided I'm going to do my contour on bronzer before I apply the skin tint over the top, just to give it a more airbrushed, seamless finish. So to do that, I'm going to be using my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun Kiss Glow Bronzer in the shade Fair. Charlotte Tilbury has been cruelty-free certified by Cruelty Free Kitty and also Ethical Elephant. I'm going to take my BK Beauty 107 brush. I'm just going to dab it in the bronzer and just pop that around the perimeter of my forehead. Also going to pop a little bit underneath my cheekbones and a bit on my chin. Also going to take a tiny bit down my neck so I don't look like I've got a floating head. And just an FYI, this looks way scarier on camera than it actually does in real life, but let's cover it over with a little bit of the skin tint. The shade that I've gone for is the shade Neutral Fair. This is slightly too light for my natural skin tone, so hence why I've put a little bit of bronzer on before I'm applying the skin tint. So let's get this on the back of my hand. You can clearly see it's a little bit too fair for me, but this is going to be perfect during those winter months. And then I'm going to take the BK Beauty 101 brush, which I adore, and just start to pad that in place. I'm literally just stamping this onto the skin. Look how beautiful that is. Really nice. This for me is a nicer version, a much more hydrating version of the Fenty Ease Drops. I did not get on with the Fenty Ease Drops long term because I found them quite drying on my skin. This is not. And it gives the same effect of that really airbrushing the skin whilst being very lightweight, but it's suitable for dry skin people, which I appreciate. I have absolutely no idea why more people are not talking about this skin tint, because it is divine. Look how lovely my skin looks. Just after one layer of this product, it is airbrushed, it is smooth, it's just beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, divine, angelic. Oh, really lovely. Now I'm just umming and ahhing what concealer to use, because I obviously have my Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer, which I've already used to cover up my imperfections, but I also have the brand new Charlotte Tilbury concealer, which I am enjoying using at the moment as long as it's powdered to take off a little bit of that sheen. Which one to go for? Let's go for the Charlotte Tilbury one today because it's the one that I've used the least on my channel. I think you've all seen me use the Huda Beauty one 10,000 times. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of the shade 4.5 Fair on the back of my hand and then use my finger to warm that up on the back of my hand and then go in underneath my eye. Padding very little of this, making sure I get that inner corner where I've got quite a bit of discoloration, making sure I've got that outer corner, which again, I've got quite a bit of discoloration, and then joining the dots, just blending it through with the warmth of my finger. I have had quite a few people in the comments section, I say quite a few, there were a couple, who said that this was too glittery for them. Has anybody else found that? Because I don't find this is glittery. I find it's radiant, definitely radiant, slightly shiny on the skin, but they said there were actual particles of glitter in this and I just didn't see it. I mean, there's a little bit of glitter underneath my eyes at the moment because it's fallout from the eyeshadow, but in the actual formula itself, I've never noticed any glitter particles. I will be very interested in everybody else's comments in the comments section though. Again, if you are considering buying this concealer, I have done a full-blown review on it, which includes some comparison swatches of some of my other ride or die concealer shades. I know from the comments section that quite a few of you found that helpful when you were picking your shade out. So if you do want to watch that, I will link it up here for you, but also at the end of this video. So while I'm waiting for the concealer to dry down, I'm going to go back into the My Dream palette from Natasha Denona, go into the Aspiration shade with my BK Beauty 208 brush. Gosh, that's difficult to read. And I'm just going to create a bit of a line just down that outer edge just to create a bit more definition and make my lashes look a little bit fuller. I'm also going to take a little bit of this shade and just pop it right underneath that lower lash line where the two outer corners meet. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Intervention on my 204 brush and just pad that in the centre of the lower lash line and add a little bit of Spontaneous over the top. And then with my A504 brush, go back into the shade Nurture and just very, very gently fan that from the inner corner and the outer corner into that sparkly shade. Once that's done, I'm taking my Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Powder from Charlotte Tilbury, my BK Beauty brush, the A506 little kitten paw brush, and I'm just going to pad that underneath to set my concealer. Curl my lashes and use my Beauty Pie The Perfect Waterproof Mascara, concentrating mostly on those outer lashes to really fan them out. Every single product on the Beauty Pie website is cruelty free. A lot of them are also vegan, but every single one of them is cruelty free and they've been certified by PETA and also Cruelty Free Kitty. Okay, I'm going to take my e.l.f. Brow Lift. This is a gel. It is absolute gold. I use this all the time. It is just a superb product. Dip my spoolie in the brow gel and then just comb that through the brows. And once I've done that, I'm just using my finger to flatten those in place. Just gives them a bit of extra hold. Whilst I'm waiting for my brow gel to set, I'm going to move on to my lips. Take the Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 in the shade Sandy Beige, which is the most beautiful tone, and just line my lips slightly. I'm going to apply a little bit of lipstick over the top of the lip liner. This one's from Milani. It's in the shade 410 in Pleasure. I found cruelty-free certifications from PETA, from Cruelty Free Kitty, and also from Ethical Elephant for Milani. Don't want to apply too much, so I'm literally just dabbing this on. Love that colour. My brow gel is now dry, so I'm going to be using my favourite brow pen from NYX. NYX is certified cruelty-free from PETA, from Ethical Elephant, and also cruelty-free Kitty. This is the Lift and Snatch in the shade Ash Brown. Look at the difference in my brows. Nobody can tell me that doing your brows does not make a huge difference to how your makeup looks. I mean, for goodness sake, everything looks more polished, more finished. My mum used to neglect her brows, not anymore. In the words of Julia Roberts, big mistake. Big. Huge. Let's finish off this look with my favourite part of any makeup routine, the blush. This is from e.l.f. It's the Luminous Putty Blush in the shade Belize. I'm going to use my 106 BK Beauty brush, just dabbing into that really, really gently, picking up a bit of the product, not too much, and then just stamping it onto the skin where I want it. Look how beautiful this is. This makes me very excited. However, you do need to be warned if you do have a lot of texture on your cheeks, these luminous blushes probably aren't going to be for you because they do have quite a lot of luminescence within the product. A lot of people would say it's glitter. I don't think it looks glittery, but it's definitely a sheen, an iridescence, if you will, on the surface of the skin, and it will emphasize any texture that you have on your cheek area. So just be warned. This will, however, double up as a highlight as well as a blush, which is why I really like it, because I'm lazy and don't like using 10,000 products when one will do. So I thought there was something missing with my overall look today. I think my lipstick was slightly too light for my look. Love the shade of lipstick, just a little bit too light and probably a little bit too matte for today's look. So the one that I used earlier on was the Colour Fetish matte lipstick in the shade 410 Pleasure. And I've just applied a little bit of the original Colour Fetish lipstick from Milani in the shade 220 Tied Up. Just in that center portion over the top. This is the most beautiful, beautiful lipstick. I actually prefer the original Colour Fetish lipsticks to the Colour Fetish matte lipsticks just because they feel so comfortable. They feel like a balm and yet they are super, super pigmented. So I have just dabbed that in the center portion of my lip, press my lips together, Bob's your uncle. So that's it for this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Do let me know what you've thought about it in the comment section. I love the look that I've created today. I feel the need to go out somewhere nice. Maybe Wes needs to take me out for dinner. I've got a full face of makeup on, but I have nothing heavy on my skin. It is all super lightweight and it is all cruelty-free. Have you tried any of these products? Do you love them? Do you not get on with them? Let everybody know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. Really hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope to see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.